Okay, so here we go. It is Monday Night Live, 6:30 Pacific time. Welcome everybody to another live get together here. I'm so excited to be here tonight. It's cold here in Ventura. We've had just a series of storms come through here and just dumping tons of rain and snow in the mountains. I understand that the road to Mammoth is closed right now, so the people that were stuck up there got unbelievable skiing. And as you guys probably already know, I was up there last week skiing, and I was testing the now famous grape and lemon juice combination while skiing. And my idea was to just ski on grape juice, just cheap. I went to Smart and Final, got some grape juice, super super inexpensive, and some fresh lemons. Brought a little hand lemon squeezer to the hotel room and a little plastic knife and made the concoction right there. And a little psyllium pudding and some herbs, and I was off and running. It was just a short little test just to see if I could do it. They had gotten a lot of snow. They had 20 feet of snow, I think, at the mid station. And anyway, so it was a lot of powder skiing, so I knew it was going to be kind of challenging. It was cold out. It was windy. Just lots of elements. I was hoping that I had enough energy and to do it. I brought some extra grape juice and snuck it and hid it in the lodge in case I needed to come back and freshen up, which I did a couple times. But I didn't drink a whole lot, so it was a good experiment. I had tons of energy. I dry fasted probably 12 hours that night, so um, just woke up. My joints felt really good. Just felt really loose and had a great day skiing. A lot of times when you're skiing, and especially if you're eating proteins, the acids tend to build up, and protein is an acidic food. So if you're putting acids on top of acids, you get in trouble. Especially afternoon. I can remember even as a young guy skiing that I would really burn out in the afternoon after lunch. And of course, back then I was probably having a hamburger, French fries, and a couple of Cokes or something. So, yeah, when you start putting acids on top of the acids, you're already producing through your athletic activity. When you exercise the muscles, you're going to create lactic acid. So, anyways, this kept everything moving really, really well. And so, yeah, all those factors, the factors of altitude. Mammoth is, I think the base lodge is almost 9,000 feet. So it's pretty high up there. And I think the top goes over 11,000 feet. So it's a big mountain. And, just that factor alone, the factor, I think the temperature in the morning was around 16 degrees, got up to the low 20s, so it was cold. That's a factor. Plus, just moving skis through snow. There's a lot of snow to push and all that. So anyway, I did a lot better than I expected. So yeah, just again challenging our beliefs on nutrition. Now, my friend who went with me is a really good skier, and he's still old school as far as the eating goes. He had a huge breakfast. I used to think the same way. You got to get up. You got to have a huge breakfast of he had I think he had like an omelet, some toast, some meat. I think he had sausage and some potatoes and coffee. And then around 11:30 he wanted to stop for lunch and had a chicken burrito and I think a salad or something like that. So lots of food, but everybody's different. That's where he's at right there. So that's fine. But I think he was a bit amazed that I could do all that just on the juice, and not a whole lot of juice really. I think throughout the day I probably had 2 quarts. So, and no water. Didn't have any water. I did have some tea during lunch though. I had some Darjeeling tea, a nice warm tea, and I put a couple of honey packs in it, and that tasted really good. And yeah, just really kind of, I guess, psychologically made me feel like I was warming up or something. But yeah, warmth is not an issue. So yeah, that was an interesting test. So all you people that are considering master fast and that you're going to die of malnutrition, forget about it. It doesn't happen. I did 44 days on it and Sure, I dropped weight in the beginning, but I stabilized pretty quick. But the healing that comes through this is amazing. I mean, go read the testimonials on that board. They are piling in now. And I got some letters this week. I had a guy start it up, and he got everything together and started it up, and he sent me pictures of mucoid plaque, unbelievable amounts of this disgusting black rubbery stuff coming out of his bowels. That he got that on day 3 of the master fast. He was kicking out mucoid plaque, this toxic sludge that was lining his intestines. And Dr. Morse said in his protocol video that malabsorption is the number one problem in the Western world. Probably throughout the world, because the world is grain eaters, because they're cheap and they're portable and they store easy and all that, but they wreak havoc on the body, and the processed grains stick to the bowel wall. So malabsorption, I'm going to go ahead and say it's the number one problem in the world. Number one, it blocks the absorption of food nutrients into the body. Well, I'm questioning nutrition anyways, but it does that. So people eat enormous amounts of food and don't get the absorption of the the minerals and everything else. So it's a huge problem. Plus, when you start getting toxicity blocking that lymph system in the bowel wall, it becomes acidic and you start damaging the bowel tissues. And so many people have, what they call IBS, Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, everybody I know, I did for many, many years, decades even, had digestive issues. Just a lot of gas, bloating, indigestion, sour stomach, hard to poop. I mean, just you name it. It's just rampant. So anyway, so that's it's chronic. We have chronic bowels. I see a lot of eyes. Everybody's got chronic bowels. Everybody's got it. Okay, so then you get a little fungus in there, some candida, and now you really got problems. And then the bowels start burning from the acids, and then the toxicity starts making its way out of the bowels into the body. So it just causes problems all the way down the line. So anyway, so the grape juice lemon combination, the master fast combination, is a serious bowel detoxifier. Unbelievable. For me, day 2, I got a black sludge coming out of me that was disgusting. And I detox a lot. I was surprised. And then by day 8, I was getting the mucoid plaque. So I think you guys should look into this. It's fantastic. I am announcing right now that I'm starting a Facebook page. It'll be up in the next couple of days. I'm working on it now. I'm going to do a worldwide master fast starting on the spring equinox, March the 21st, going for 108 days. You can follow along and get inspiration. I'm going to post every day inspirations to keep you guys going. You can come on for a few weeks or whatever, do a 40-day, 20-day, whatever, jump off, come on back on. We're going to be going until July the 7th. So March 21st through July 7th, 108 days, the auspicious 108, the universal number, and come and go as you like. I'm going to go the whole 108 days, and it'll be my first 108. I did a 44, and I'm really looking forward to it. Springtime is a great time to do these, you guys. That's when the fruit is really good, and we have the warmth. It's a little bit hard to do right now. This is the coldest I've seen it for this period of time in Ventura. So I got the fireplace on. I got my sweater, my beanie on. I never use the heater in the house. I hate it makes me sneeze. I don't like it. So anyways, so a worldwide group master fast. I'm going to be posting it. Tell everybody. We want this to really, really go global. And I think we're on the verge of breaking this out. And Gino gives his blessings. He said it was a good idea. So we're going to break this thing out. And because it's just massive healings are happening on it. And of course, it's the combination of the Dr. Morse herbs, Dr. Morse style herbs. Gino's got herbs as well, and the tinctures. And it's the psyllium pudding, which is basically psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal. And last but not least, it is really built all around dry fasting. Dry fasting is where you don't consume anything. No tinctures, no fluids at all, no food at all. And you do 12 hours every night. You stop consuming anything, everything by 6 p.m., let's say, and don't start up again until 6 in the morning. So 12 hours every night, once a week, a 24-hour or more dry fast, depending on your experience and working up to levels. The longest I did was 36 hours. 24, they get real easy. The 36, I'm still that's the longest I've gone. So, but anyways, I'll keep doing, just pushing my personal envelope. I want to say that Gabrielis Cass is an amazing person. He has now finished a 15-day dry fast, 15 days of nothing. And there's a video up on YouTube of him getting up and walking and going for a swim. Looked pretty cold wherever he was at, but going for a swim after 15 days of nothing. So, this is quite amazing. Gino has done 11 or 12. So these guys are really, really experienced, and they've worked up to these levels. Don't try that at home, you guys, until you've gotten it down. But the real healing comes when you're dry fasting. I just posted Dr. Morse saying that when you stop consuming things and dry fast, that all the attention of the body goes into healing. And as I mentioned before, there's a study out of USC saying that fasting turns on immune cells, stem cells, which are unprogrammed cells that can become anything, become immune cells. So this is fabulous news, you guys, as far as healing. Healing is changing right now, and we're getting some kind of an upgrade here. So we're trying to ride the edge of this, but read those testimonials and try it for yourself. And a lot of people have issues that they're really having a hard time with. Oh, and kidney filtration. Nothing is more powerful than the kidney tinctures, a little bit of lymphatic tincture, and dry fasting to get those kidneys filtering. Because if your kidneys aren't filtering, you're not moving lymph acids out of the body, and this whole thing does not work. Because there's really only one problem, only one, health problem. You can trace it all back to a dirty sewer system, a clogged lymph system caused by the kidneys not filtering. And that's really it. Everything traces back to that. You can trace pretty much, if you know of anything other than a physical injury, these so-called diseases, these are all traced back to a dirty sewer system. So it's really simple. Once you understand that one thing, then the whole thing just opens up, okay? And the dry fasting is opening up the kidneys, and this grape lemon juice is really, really a powerful cleanser, right down to the cellular level, and especially the GI tract. Okay, so there we go. Let's jump to some questions. Enough of me. Let's dig right in here. All right, so let's see where we're at. Let me get set up here so I can get to you guys. Okay. We've got Jolie. Hi, Mark. Hi, Jolie. We got Edgita. Hello, Edgita. Sing your heart out healing. Hello from Michigan. Hello, Michigan. Man, it must be cold in Michigan if it's cold in Ventura, California. We got Epel. Hello, Epel. We got Cuckoo Cookie. Hi, Cuckoo Cookie. We got DV Jacobs. Hey, Mark. What does very dark urine mean during dry fasting? It usually means that you have a very concentrated urine. A lot of toxicity is leaving your body. Probably a lot of proteins are leaving your body. It's a good sign. Go on to YouTube, you guys, and look at Gino. Just type in Master Fast Gino, and then I think it was an 8-day dry fast. He collected his urine, and you should see this sludge in there. It is the darkest, foulest looking stuff sitting on top of maybe about 6 inches of what looks like dirty yogurt. Okay, that is detoxification at its finest. It's amazing. So lots of dark stuff, and then all that lymphatic waste sitting in there. That's proof right there. The proof is in that pudding, in that disgusting yogurt pudding. So that's good. Congratulations, DV. You're doing it. Edgita. Any advice on diarrhea on grape juice? A lot of people get that in the beginning. If you're doing any kind of stomach and bowel formulas, things like that, you may want to back off on that. Yeah, it should right itself. It should clear itself and correct itself. Okay, but don't help it out with anything. Okay, that should clear up. Okay, Crystal Hippie, hello from Ventura. Oh, Crystal Hippie's in Ventura. All right, welcome neighbor. Fantastic. I love it. Sing your heart out, healing, laughing out loud. All right. That's cold. Jolie, I was wondering if there's any way to do a master fast while working a full-time job. Absolutely, I did it. And I surfed in cold water, and I rode my bike, and just carried on like usual. And in fact, I was gaining energy, you guys. I had some down days, but I still get up early. It's crazy. I was up at 4:30 this morning. Unbelievable. Yeah, yeah, I was actually gaining energy. This is not like a water fast, you guys. This is amazing. This actually this juice really gives you a ton of energy. Now, I must say that during the dry fast, yeah, my energy comes way down. So pick days to do your dry fast when you can kind of kick back and lay around and read books and watch TV or whatever you do. Something that doesn't require a lot of focus or a lot of energy. But you can certainly do it. Just time out those dry fasts. I mean, that was my experience. I know everybody's different. I can only speak about my experience. Other people, they have a harder time. So gauge it. But I did really really well on it. I was really surprised. And I've never done a water fast. Well, a long time ago, but I haven't done one of these long water fasts. But people just I mean, they can't move. They get really really down with these things. But not this. And I read a lot of people's testimonials, and it's been their experience too, that they do really well on it energetically. Jeannie, hi Jeannie, hello everyone. Glad to be able to join tonight. Yeah, glad to have you, Jeannie. I am home tonight, not at work due to being ill again. Well, sorry about that. Let us know what's going on. Crystal Hippie, I'm glad to be able to join tonight too. All right, Crystal Hippie, Lord Cooler, Edyata, P&H helps me with that. P&H. What's P&H, you guys? Let me know. Edita, what is P&H? Good. Oh, psyllium husk. Okay, the psyllium husk for the diarrhea to thicken it up. All right. Yeah. Edita, let us know if are you just doing the grape juice or are you doing the master fast? Because on the master fast, you're going to be doing the psyllium pudding, which is the psyllium husk and the clay and the charcoal, which is very binding. Okay. Crystal Hippie, I'm excited to join for the Master Fast on 3/21. I'm already storing up juice. All right, Crystal Hippie. Yeah, we got that. Costco down there in Oxnard. $6.50 for a gallon and a half of Newman's Own 100% grape juice. Beautiful, cheap. Okay, so Edita says thank you to Lord Cooler. Lord Cooler, in fact, I take on the grape. In fact, to take on the grape juice fast. I don't know what that means. Have to. Edita, okay, will do. Thanks again. DV Jacobs. Also, Mark, if you were urinating sulfur, how would it look? A lot of people claim that it looks orange. They get orange discharge coming out, and that is commonly referred to as a sulfur dump there. So yeah, and they get a sulfur smell as well. So that has happened quite a few times that I've read over the years. DV Jacobs, would it look like a heavy dark brownish orange? It could. You're not just dumping sulfur at the time. You could be dumping other toxins and proteins. So of course. Jolie, big smile. Gary Reese is hungry. Gary, this may sound crazy. Is that during my 44-day master fast, once I broke through the hunger part, that lasts about a week, and I was actually watching cooking shows. I was watching Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, and all these shows. I don't really have TV, but I have Netflix. I was watching all those cooking things on Netflix, and I was fine with it. I was living vicariously. So try watching cooking shows if you're hungry once you're past that first week, okay? DB Jacobs. Also, does the Master Fast help with lumps and humps of the body in the body. Any suggestions? Of course, that's what it does. The master fast, detoxification, opening the kidneys and moving lymph, guys. This is detoxification. The master fast is detoxification. It is an upgraded detoxification than just doing a regular 80% fruit and 20% salad. It's an upgraded, and with the dry fasting, you're really upgrading the detox. So it is a higher level of the Dr. Morse style of detoxification. This is the same thing, but there's just some changes that really make it powerful. And now Dr. Morse is recommending dry fasting. So we're all meeting together here. Still trying to get the confirmation if he's poo-pooing the pasteurized juice or not. Don't know where he stands on that. But it would sure be great to find out, or to get him the information. I might do that. I might get him the information that we're seeing here. And he's such an intuitive, smart guy who's really flexible, really tuned in, and very intuitive. So I really want to get his read on this. Lord Cooler, Gary Reese, eat honey if you are hungry. That's a great point, Lord Cooler. That's what I was doing. You take a teaspoon of honey when you get a hunger pain, and that really gets you through it. Okay, you kind of feel like you're cheating, and psychologically, it really gets you going. Hey, Bitsy's here to say hi. Say hi, Bitsy. Hi, everybody. All right, Bitsy. All right. She said hi, I think, on every show since I started a year ago in October. So, but sometimes she's with my daughter. So, but when she's here, she says hi. All right, we get a big kiss. All right, Bitsy boo. All right, so yeah, the honey really kills the hunger. You feel like you're cheating, and that's great. Thanks, Lord Cooler. We got Hannon. Good evening, Hannon. All right, DV. Thanks, Mark. You bet. We got Camellia. Hi, Mark. Day 19. Thank you for turning me on to the Master Fast and Gino's Facebook. You bet. Congratulations on day 19. That's great. Yeah, you're in the thick of it right now. I know the days just click by too. It's crazy. Yeah, you just forget about eating. I used to open up my refrigerator and there's nothing in there. That's great. So happy to you're setting up a Facebook page. Very exciting. Love from Toronto. Yeah, love to you, Camellia. Congratulations. Keep us posted how you're doing. Let us know. Are you kicking out the mucoid plaque, or tell us about your healing? Give us a live read on what you're going through. We'd love to hear. Edita, dark circles under the eyes are horrible. What does this mean? That means kidneys. Kidneys. Check your blood pressure. If that lower number is above 60, 65, it's kidneys. You got to clean those kidneys. You got to get them filtering. Okay? Dry fasting, like I said, dry fasting herbs and castor oil packs directly on those kidneys with a heating pad. That'll help soften up stuff. Get those kidneys moving. Okay? Absolutely, yeah. 1 in 8 Americans has chronic kidney disease, you guys. There's hundreds of thousands of people waiting kidney transplants. I would have to say almost all completely senseless from lack of knowledge. When you understand that acids in the lymphatic system start gumming up everything because you're eating acid-forming foods, you're eating mucus-forming foods. That's what's being sold to us as normal. Okay? Like I always say, I'm borrowing it from Terence McKenna, culture is not your friend. Culture is there for the convenience of corporations and institutions that want to sell you stuff. Okay? And it's great. It's a great business. You buy that stuff, they put a bunch of chemicals in to get you addicted to it, and then you get sick and they get you on the other end. So step away from this matrix, it's a death machine. It really is, but it's all for profit and not about the individual. Complete lack of consciousness on this planet. We're waking people up. Gino's group, when I first joined a few months ago, it was only 600 people. Now it's 8,000, approaching 8,000. So this is wonderful. Consciousness is really expanding. I'm really anxious to see how big this fast, this spring equinox fast goes. Maybe the first one will gain some momentum and really take off as in a year. But I'm excited because this is really opening up things, you guys. Okay, so Yeah. So Eddie, to get those kidneys filtering, okay. Get a hold of me if you need help. But yeah, that is not good. Those dark circles will go away, and so will all that acid and mucus out of your body, and the glands will be cleaned out. The mucus will come out of every cell of your body. It's just wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Like Gino says, it can take, to really get down to really super high levels of this, it's going to take years. But you'll do a lot of deep work in the first 6 months. So, yeah. So if we can all do 108, work our way up. I'm going to be posting some ideas. So, you guys, if you want to order at Giovanna Detox, which is my company, I started that company because I wanted to get people the raw herbs they could make teas with. Okay, so teas are kind of like tinctures. Okay, but you're doing it with water. It's easier to do. It's a lot cheaper. Okay, and what I'm doing for the Master Fast, Gino likes the tinctures. So what I'm going to do is sell you the herbs to make the tinctures. All you got to do is take the packet, put it in a mason jar, and cover it with some vodka. Shake it up, and then every morning just come and shake it a few times in the morning. In 30 days, you're going to have your tinctures. You're going to save a ton of money, and then but you got to order them at least a month before the spring equinox. Okay, so you can they'll be ready for you. All right, but you'll save a ton of money, and so I'll be posting that information too. And also, you should for a few weeks you should move up to high fruit if you're not already high fruit, and you should be doing some herbs, at least the basic four. Just do a round of kidney herbs, the lymphatic, the glands, and a GI broom. And I'll have that kit up there too. Just a simple basic kit to do a little detox before this starts, if you're not already haven't done these herbs. So we'll be prepared for this fast. We got what do we got about just a little over 2 months away. So I'll get everything ready, and you guys can get that stuff if you want to save a bunch of money. Okay, but if you're going to buy the tinctures, order them. Notify Gino or Dr. Morse. Order them early. Dr. Morse is super busy over there. They're taking a long time to ship out stuff, and I don't know how Gino's supply is over there. He must be doing a lot of herbal business now too. So you may want to get in early and get your kits ready. Okay. But we're going to do this, and I'm going to post every single day, and with some inspiration, do some Facebook mentions, little live things, and all that, just to keep the momentum going, keep the spirit up, and get us through some of those tough times. And then for support, let's all go to the Master Fast System page, because there's a lot of great support over there. It's a fantastic community, a lot of very experienced people over there to help us all out over there. So let's grow this movement, you guys. We can do this. Okay, so dark circles, you're gonna get those kidneys opened up. Okay, if you know your blood pressures, Ednita, let me know. Okay, I'd like to know what your blood pressures are. Okay, Lord Cooler's on day 15. All right, Lord Cooler, excellent, excellent. DV, how much grape juice do you drink a day during Master Fast? I was really hungry in the beginning. I wasn't used to this, and I was drinking almost a gallon a day. By the end of it, it was about a quart. So everybody's different, but I was hardly consuming any juice. I was living. That was what I was living on. It was amazing. Your cells get so clean. They just really process whatever nutrition you're putting in there to such a high degree. Your glands are, the adrenals utilize so many minerals, you guys, iron and a bunch of the other minerals. So your utilization goes way up, your absorption goes way up, absorption through the bowel walls goes way up, all that. So, you know. Anyways, okay, so Gino says if you have diarrhea, take enemas with some baking soda and it helps. Wow, I didn't know that. Things will improve with time. Yeah, hope this helps. Thanks, Camellia. Yeah, I didn't know he said that. That's good. Okay, so try baking soda enema if you got a lot of diarrhea. Good. Jolie, how does it work with the plaque coming out in unexpected ways or times if you're working full time? Yeah, be careful, be careful. Yeah, that can be a problem. The funny thing, the plaque really isn't loose. it's an interesting. I'll get a little graphic here, so if the kids are in the room, well, maybe they'll like to hear. I don't know, but it is not loose. It's like a string of hot dogs. It's like you got a lump of stuff, and then a little bit of like thinness, and then another lump. So it comes out like a. I call it the Play-Doh Fun Factory. It's not it's not diarrhea. All right. But yeah, be careful. Be careful. Yeah, get to the bathroom anytime you feel any kind of thing, even with gas, if you know what I mean. So, all right. So good luck there. Max is on. All right, Max is a master. I think he's in the whatever Gino calls that group of the master fasters. Hey, hey, all, and my brother Mark. Hey, hey, Max. Good to see you. Max is a guy, and Gabrielis and Evo, they all got me and said you got to do the master fast. I told them they were crazy, and they convinced me to do it. And I'm thank you guys eternally. Thank you so much. And Max has been just a really big supporter for me with this master fast. Thank you. Third year on grape lemonade, day 57, and going with 5-day dry fast, and still mucoid plaque, smaller though, just shows you it can take 7 years. So Max, this is amazing. He's been doing this for 3 years, and he's still kicking out mucoid plaque out of his body. Wow, wow, that's amazing. So yeah, cleaning takes time, you guys, but you're going to do some heavy, heavy duty cleaning in the beginning. So this is wonderful. The time to get started is now. Absolutely. And this spring gives you it's a very celestial time. It's when the sun is now right on the equator. Okay, now it's moving up into the northern hemisphere. Okay, and actually, the years used to begin on the spring equinox. That's when our year used to begin, until I think it was the Romans that changed it all back to January 1st. So, anyways, this is wonderful. This is when the power comes. There's a if you guys are interested, there's a guy named Santos Bonacci, and he talks about astrotheology and syncretism, and he talks all about this kind of stuff. That's just a little. I digress. Anyways, Santos Bonacci, interesting guy, and you can learn about astrotheology. But anyways, it's a very auspicious time to start, and the sun is just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, right up until June the 21st. It reaches its peak, and then we're going to quit on July 7th. So the sun will be in its peak as we complete our 108-day master fast. So we have the stars and the sun energy on our side with this. Okay. But start early, prepare yourself early psychologically and all that. Tell your friends, anybody who needs healing, get them educated now. Get them over to the MasterFast site. Get those materials, learn those materials, and let's do this, okay? And Max, thank you very, very much for this information. Yeah, Max is still doing it and still kicking out plaque. Wonderful, wonderful. Harry Johansson is on. Yeah, buddy, love you. Love you too, Harry. All right. This is great. We got 3 Venturaites sitting here. This is wonderful. We got Jolie would see mucoid plaque might show up unexpectedly. Yeah, that wasn't my experience really. Yeah, once it starts showing up, it's a very contained rubbery substance. Just go on the MasterFast System Facebook page and go ahead and just type in mucoid plaque. You'll see pictures. Really disgusting, but better outside than inside, right? Okay, so Camellia, Mark, I've had a chest cold for a week and not taken any drugs. However, this cold is not clearing up. Any suggestions for cough and congestion while on the master fast? Thank you and blessings to all. Okay, so yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, okay, so this is the time of year when we really can kick up a lot of stuff in the chest. When you get hit with cold, it sends the body into a detox mode. You're actually detoxing when you get this kind of stuff, and you're trying to kick out a bunch of stuff. And Dr. Morse has an antispasmodic formula that we should all keep on hand for these kinds of things. And it's got herbs in there that calm things down. Okay. Um, I don't know if you're kicking your body's trying to kick out stuff probably from the lungs. Okay. Might be from the esophagus too. But uh, there's things like mullein. Mullein, I think it's the mullein and I think lobelia in small doses too, and fenugreek. Fenugreek is the one. Fenugreek, it's really easy to find. Okay, I think you can even buy it at like an Indian market. Fenugreek seeds, and I know you can get them off the herb sites or on Amazon.com. Fenugreek and mullein, but fenugreek I know really creams up the mucus. It'll take hard mucus, chunky mucus, and cream it up. And Dr. Morse likes Mucinex in a pinch. So if you need help right now, just get the plain old Mucinex. I know it's an over-the-counter thing. It's a chemical, but in a pinch, he says, he has said before to go ahead and use some Mucinex. But the fenugreek, I like. My experience was it did the same thing as Mucinex. It made that milky, and I made a tea out of it. I threw some mullein in there, and that was good there too. Um, for my nose, I used a neti pot. I got a cheap neti pot at the drugstore that was $7 or something, and I used the saline. It came with saline, just salt. You could use sea salt, make a saline solution. Unbelievable at clearing the sinuses. And so fenugreek and mullein and a neti pot, and you're not using any drugs, okay? As far as antispasmodics, I know that there are some herbs. Let me call up my list. I know that poppy, California poppy, is one. I have my herb list here, so I can give you guys a list of herbs that actually are going to calm you down, that are antispasmodic. All right, so hold on, let me find that. Of course, when I try to find things real quick. Okay, mullein is anti-inflammatory. Lobelia in small doses is antispasmodic. Lobelia, and lobelia, if you're a smoker, also I guess it makes smoking just disgusting, and you start heaving. So, but be careful about the doses. Look into that, you guys. Okay, and it's an expectorant too. Yeah, so be careful with the dosage on that. And then, yeah, the lobelia, fenugreek seed opens the lungs. It's an expectorant, loosens mucus. Okay. And my note is 1 teaspoon in 8 ounces of water. Boil, simmer for 15 minutes, strain, and drink. That's fenugreek. Fenugreek, really cheap, really easy to get a hold of. Okay. And chamomile is calming too, you guys, if you're doing a lot of coughing. All right. And yeah, California poppy. I should be able to find that as well. Okay. All right. So let me see if I have antispasmodic. Yeah, antispasmodic. Okay, here's the antispasmodics to calm those coughs. Wild lettuce herb, passion flower herb, St. John's wort, the herb and the flowers. Okay, lobelia, whole rue, wild yam root, skullcap herb, and valerian root. Valerian root. These are all antispasmodics, okay? And they're all pretty available. So one or two of those should really help you out. Okay. All right. So so that should help you there, Camellia. Good luck with that. Crystal Hippie, I'm hoping you'll be having a meetup group in Ventura during the fast. Good idea. Yeah. I've actually I was at Costco the other day, and I was looking to get some chairs and do a little. Yeah, yeah. I'll let you know about that, Crystal Hippie. Yeah, just have a little powwow here, and maybe film it. Do a live group thing. That would be interesting. Maybe my Monday night live will be in front of a group, and we can have a camera, pointing back and asking questions, or maybe you guys come and just sit next to me if you have a question. That might be really great. Yeah. Thank you. Max, 7 to 9 years to clean, friends. 7 to 9 years. It keeps going up. Okay, for regeneration. Okay, so full body regeneration. And Max, who knows where that takes us? Dr. Morse talks all the time about getting so clean that you come in and out of the body. We're talking about really high levels, you guys, and on a spiritual level. I mean, we're really getting up there. So interesting. I'm really interested in that. Yeah, when I talk to Max and I talk to Gabrielis, the spiritual benefits of this too, about just this calling in the healers, if you will. I'll leave it at that. Is very amazing. The stories. Uh, you know. Anyways, I'll save that for another conversation. But Maria, hey from Sweden. All right, Maria, it must be in the wee hours of the morning there. Uh, Soon going back to sleep. Yeah. What are your thoughts on infrared saunas? Okay, infrared saunas. Dr. Morse does not recommend infrared. It is an isolated spectrum of radiation. Okay, the wet saunas are much, much better. Dry saunas if you have to, but wet saunas are top of the mountain. Okay, so yeah, no infrared if you can avoid it. Okay, isolated spectrum. Also, do you do rebounding to move lymph? Absolutely, rebounding is wonderful for moving lymph. Yes, deep breathing while rebounding, wonderful. Look up Wim Hof. I talk about him every show now. Wim Hof, Wimhoff, Wim Hof. Okay, about breath work. And actually, Gino mentioned him. There's Stella to say hi. Gino mentioned him in the last show as well. So we are big into Wim Hof. This guy is amazing. He's called the Iceman. He climbed to the kill zone on Mount Everest in his shorts and hiking boots and a t-shirt. He probably didn't have a t-shirt on most of the time either. This guy is unbelievable. Sets world records all the time for swimming under the ice. So amazing with the breath work too. Okay, so Raw Food Jones. Hey, Mark, I'm in Ireland. So we got an international crowd here. This is wonderful. So I'm up pretty late. Yeah, absolutely. I'm wondering about swollen lymph under right arm breast. Thought it was gone, but then I hit a gland. Okay, so swollen lymph nodes. Okay, so your lymph system's backed up. Got to get the kidneys filtering. Okay. Now look, we don't treat anything. We don't believe in diseases. We think it's all acidosis in the body, clogged lymphatic system. We got to clean down the cellular level. That's where we're at. So treatment doesn't work. So basically what you got to do is you got to detox, okay? And detox always involves going after four things. The basics of detox, the foundation of lymphatic detoxification is getting the kidneys open with kidney herbs, right? Going on a high fruit diet, going on the master fast if you feel like going to that level, but high fruit no matter what. Kidney herbs to open those kidneys, lymphatic herbs to move lymph. More, you start slow with the lymphatic herbs to get those kidneys open. Gland herbs for the glands to turn back on those glands, especially the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys. They control the kidneys. The adrenals also make steroids that fight acids. You're full of acids. You've been eating an acid forming diet for your whole life. You've been given just foreign proteins your whole life that are attacked with mucus, so you're full of mucus. All right. So and then we have to clean the GI tract. The GI tract's the trunk of the tree. Many organs and glands come off of that trunk of the tree. We got to clean that, or nothing happens. Okay. So that's your four: kidneys, lymph, glands, and GI tract. Okay. Now we can come in for more specific things with swollen lymph nodes. You can help loosen those up. You can massage them. You can use castor oil packs on those. You can massage castor oil in there and then put a heating pad on there to drive it. The breath work, the rebounding, things like that to move lymph. Okay, but come in specifically on those. There's lymph node formulas too. But get on a detox. Raw Food Jones. With your name, you're already on raw food. Move it up to fruit. And then if you can, move it up to fruit juices. If you can do that, move it up to master fast. Look into master fast system. Okay, and you will find healing. Okay, so broad and then be specific. Okay, all at the same time. Move your lymph. All right. So I thought it was gone, but then I hit a gland formula, and now it's back. Why would that be? You probably hit a gland that was a gland formula that was really moving some lymph. Were you on the endocrine balance, or which gland formula were you on? Yeah, you probably moved some lymph, and you were clogged, and you probably don't have good filtration, so you're kind of backed up. How's your kidney filtration? Let me know about that. That's key to this whole game. Like I said, it is the whole game, really. Rafi Jones, thanks. You bet. DV Jacobs. I noticed some Welch's grape juice has high fructose corn syrup. Is that okay? Wow, I didn't. I've never seen that. The ones they sell here, I don't know where you're at, but the ones they sell here in California are 100% grape juice, no sugar added. They say it right on the label. So yeah, be careful about that. We do not want high fructose corn syrup in our bodies. No, no, no. That's all just crap. All right, that's a complex carbohydrate that's just going to take us in the wrong direction. We got Alicia. Alicia, hello. Excited to be here. Excited to have you. I don't think you've been here. Welcome. Can you provide the sequence of the master fast? Kidneys not filtering at all. Okay, so sequence of the master fast is I would start by going to a high fruit diet. I would do just the basic four herbs, like I told you about: kidneys, lymph, glands, and GI tract for at least a week, okay, or two, or three, or four. Move up to just plain raw fruit juices, okay. See how you're doing. And then to move up into the master fast. The master fast, here's the sequence of master fasting, okay? You do pasteurized grape juice, pasteurized. Okay, I know this sounds freaky, especially to all us raw foodists. I was a raw foodie too. But you do pasteurized grape juice, the cheap grape juice. Make sure it's 100% grape juice though. Okay, it can come in a plastic jar or plastic bottle. All that. It can be from concentrate. Doesn't have to be organic. You do that. You combine it. Hey, look, if you can get a glass jar, a glass bottle, organic, 100% Concord, like they do at Trader Joe's. One quart's only $3.50. That's what I would do. Okay, but if you know, don't rule it out because you're getting in a plastic bottle and it's cheap grape juice. Anyways, so the pasteurized grape juice and the raw lemons, 1 or 2 lemons per quart of juice. Okay, that's the basis. Okay, then you do 1 to 4 tablespoons of psyllium husk. It's a psyllium husk mixed with bentonite clay and activated charcoal. That's on the Master Fast site, the recipe for that. Okay, you do 1 to 4 tablespoons of the dry. I like to mix it in about 2 ounces of juice, 1 tablespoon and 2 ounces of juice. Stir it fast, down it before it starts expanding. And I like between 2 and 3 tablespoons myself, but start slow in the beginning. Okay, so you got the juice. Now you got the psyllium pudding, and you want to do the herbs. You want to do tinctures. Okay, at least the Fab Four tinctures: the kidney, lymph, glands, and GI tinctures. Okay, and then you want to dry fast at least 12 hours a night, 1 day a week to at least 24. Work up to that 24 though, okay? But anybody can do a 12 unless you're really seriously done. So there you go. That's the basis of it, okay? And make sure you can work up to those high levels though. This is high level detoxification, guys. Some people have no problem with it. Other people will have a problem. You've got to be the judge, okay? That's it. To get the kidneys filtering, really, really educate yourself on dry fasting, and then kidney herbs and a little bit of lymphatic herbs, okay? But and then castor oil packs. Get those kidneys filtering, okay? Good luck to you. Keep us posted, Alicia. Okay, Maria, high fructose corn syrup could be avoided. Very toxic. Yeah, should be avoided. Definitely, definitely the enemy. Jolie, can you be successful on the master fast without doing enemas? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I think you need to move those bowels every day, maybe even twice a day. You're gonna load up with toxicity. You're moving a lot of toxins through the body. Whenever you start to feel headachy, body achy, you're gonna get emotional detoxes too. You're gonna really feel lonely. I felt really lonely sometimes. Man, it was awful. Just because you're not being occupied by the food. You wake up in the morning, it's cold, it's wintertime, it's dark. I get up before the sun, and there's nothing to do, you know. So things like that. So yeah, you do enemas anytime you get these detoxification episodes. Yeah, I think you got to do them. I think they're a must. DV, so how do you purchase Gino's kidney tea? Gino does not have a kidney tea. I have a kidney tea, JavanaDetox.com. Gino recommended it last show. Thank you, Gino. He likes it because there's kidney herbs in there. It's more of an all-around detox tea. It's got kidney herbs. It's got a few lymph herbs in there. It's got some herbs for the glands in there. So it's a good tea to mix to drop your. You cook the tea. So you got the pasteurized tea, so to speak, and then you put your raw herbs, those tinctures in there. Um, uh, Dr. Morse Heal All Tea can work, yes, but Dr. Morse's Heal All Tea is a very, very strong lymphatic puller. Okay, it's more of a lymphatic puller than an all-around tea, detox tea. And so if I was to do a tea, I do my Javana tea, but if I was to do an outside tea, I would look into Bell's kidney tea. I think you can order it off Amazon.com. Okay, and I think that's the one that he has listed on his Master Fast site, Bell's kidney tea. Okay, but yeah, so Javana or Bell's would be my call. Camellia, day 19, and I'm still kicking up lots of garbage and parasites. Wonderful. Keep going. Healing rosacea, lots, and no more kidney pain in the mornings. Fabulous. That's great. Yeah, if you guys are getting kidney pains, that's a sign that you're moving lymph toxins and acids towards those kidneys. That's why they got to be filtering. You don't want to be moving a lot of stuff towards blocked up kidneys, all those acids. So that's why it's good to get those kidneys filtering before you do a lot of lymph moving. Okay, it's so vital. Okay, so the kidney pains, a little bit of baking soda in water can help neutralize acids. Okay, get yourself some test strips, 8.5 pH. That'd be good. It doesn't take very much baking soda and water to get you up to 8.5 pH. Okay, or slippery elm tea. Make a tea out of slippery elm, or make a tea out of marshmallow root. Those are all really soothing. Okay, if you have the kidney pain. All right. Massage the kidneys, do the castor oil packs, be good to yourself. All right. I have a small tumor on my left kidney. I'm trying to shrink. Well, we've had some people. I can't remember her name, but she lost a kidney to a cancerous tumor and had another one on the other kidney, and it has gotten it down, I think, from 6.5 centimeters down to 0.3 in about 6 or 8 months, I think it is. Linda Maris. God bless Linda Maris. I'm going to get a hold of her and find out how she's doing. She was going to get another ultrasound, I think, a few months ago to see where it's at. So Master Fast has been amazing for tumor shrinking. Really, really, truly amazing. Go look at the testimonials up on the Master Fast board. So good. So you're kicking out a lot of garbage good that you got a ways to go. So keep going, Camellia. God bless you. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep us informed. The doctors are great for giving you the tests, the ultrasounds and the blood work and all that to keep the the marker to see where we're at. Wonderful for that. Lord Cooler, can you order Dr. Morse herbs on different websites? Yeah, you can order at MarkJamesGordon.com. I'll get you a 5% discount. But you got to join Dr. Morse's health club, or they won't ship. They drop ship for me, but I get 5% off for you. Okay. And there's some other websites. If you just I don't know where you're at, Lord Cooler, but if you're in Europe, there's a couple European sites. Herbs for Detox. Herbs and then spell out FOR Detox. Herbs for Detox. Angela Owascu is out of Greece, and she ships all throughout Europe to the EU. So you can get it there. And there's a company in the UK that has Dr. Morse herbs as well. Okay, but MarkJamesGordon.com has got them too. Okay, sing your heart out healing. Thank you for helping us keep our momentum and spirit up, being there. I feel so much closer to the class vibe. Yeah, that's what I'm turning into, kind of a teacher, kind of a coach and inspiration, a preacher maybe. Someone called me an evangelical preacher. So I'm evangelizing, absolutely. I'm trying to convert you guys. You know, I you know, I've had I guess you could call it a strong calling to do this, you guys. I see no other word for this. I found such wonderful healing, and I think, I used to be a filmmaker. I was a cinematographer, and I was a photographer for many years, then a cinematographer, and then I started a production company. I made almost 20 movies, and but I think it all led to this. I think all the skills that I developed as a filmmaker and a communicator really led to this. This is my true calling, and it's wonderful to use all those tools and all those techniques to communicate these messages of healing, of true healing, you guys. No baloney. I've tested on myself. I've listened to so many stories. This is real, true healing. This is not treatment. This is not you know this is not a system of manipulation or anything like that. It really is true healing. People are actually healing in phenomenal ways. Dr. Morse talks about it all the time. The testimonials at Masterfast, just unbelievable. And I'm starting to build a lot of testimonials myself. So it is true healing. So, anyways, yeah, I'm just here to spread the word and to infuse everybody with hope and with courage and with inspirations. And all you guys are helping too. Your stories are amazing. Your inspiration is truly amazing. The whole community, the whole group. We're the early pioneers of this, and it's just so wonderful to hear all your stories, all your testimonies of healing, and people finding remedy, and going on to help inspire others. So it's wonderful. Yeah, the vibe, this group vibe. Yeah, I'm really anxious to see what happens with this group Masterfest. So I'll be posting information on that on Facebook and YouTube. EPAL, what type of blood pressure monitor thing do you recommend getting? Manual or digital or what? I got it's called Omron, Omron, and it's just a cheapo. I got it from it's a wrist one. I got it off Amazon.com for about $50, and it's great. Really simple to use. Wonderful. Omron. Yeah, just look around. Read the reviews, you guys. That's what's great about Amazon. People chime in and they tell you what they think of the product. This one had really good reviews. It's simple. They don't have to be perfect, but they're just, they're easy to use. I like the digital. The kind where you pump up, I don't know, maybe they're more accurate, but this one's fine. And it works on AA batteries, and it's been working for probably 2 years now. I want to monitor my BP when I'm on the Master Fast starting this Saturday. Absolutely, yeah. If you don't have one, go to any large drugstore, Walmart, anything like that, Target. They've got those kiosks in the pharmacies where you can actually, get your blood pressures. Do it for both arms. We're looking for 120 over 60. Okay, 120 is the upper number. That's called your adrenal punch. That's when the heart beats and boom. That's like hitting that thing at the fair and watching that thing go up. That's what kind of that's what you got neurologically. So we want to see what you got. A lot of people are down under 100. We got to move you up, and then the lower number is the kidneys. So we want that around 60. Okay, not 80. They say 120 over 80 is normal. I mean, no, 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 no. We want 60. Okay, so that shows you that that's the resting pressure. All right. So when the kidneys are locked up, your resting pressure is high, and when your arteries are clogged with all kinds of cholesterol, guys, this plaquing, this cholesterol plaque and all that in the arteries, guess what that is? Cholesterol is acidosis in the body. It's weak adrenals too. It's all lymph related, because get this, when you eat an acid forming diet, right? Which we do, unless we're doing this. The body tries to counter acids with steroids from the adrenals. When the adrenals are weak, which most of us have weak adrenals, we're inheriting weaker and weaker adrenals, then the body has to fight acid some other way. It goes to the liver and gets cholesterol. So high cholesterol is an acidosis problem. Okay, so we want to make sure that that we clean this stuff out and our blood pressures go down as we bring up our adrenals and as we get the kidneys filtering. So it's amazing. And get this, high blood pressure is always really low, weak adrenals. Because when you start, let's say you got kidneys at 85, right? The lower number's at 85. When you start cleaning out those kidneys, that top number comes down too, okay? So you go from, let's say you have a high blood pressure of 130. Well, if you're at 85, you take 25 off of that, you're now at 105, okay? So anyways, so it's all about opening those kidneys, getting filtration, getting those glands up, especially adrenals, and countering acids. And watch all that cholesterol plaque just come right out of you. Okay? All that inflammation comes out. All the acids come out. EPAL, I went on Amazon to order one and I got overwhelmed with all the options. Haha. Yeah, just I just go with the one that has the best ratings, really. I'll just look at a few, and they usually do the sort where it's the most relevant. They try to sell you the one that has the best reviews. Why not? It's good business for them. Keeps their reputation up, right? All right. So, anyways, Donna Marie sending love. Hi, Donna Marie. Excellent. Donna Marie travels all around the country, and she's trying to stay on this. So good for you. Let us know how that's going in those hotel rooms. I know that's really a challenge. I want to do a video, you guys, of how to do some breath work and some physical exercise while traveling. I'm going to do a whole travel segment with my little NutriBullet and all that. So good. Lord Cooler, Camellia, I highly suggest you look into ozonated water. Don't mess around with cancer. Okay, so that's Lord Cooler's suggestion, ozonated water. I have an ozone machine here. But I've gotten away from that. Not to say that don't look into it. Absolutely. Kelly, OSHA is awesome for the lungs. OSHA, OSHA. What is OSHA? Hi, Kelly. Good to see you again. For colds and low energy, Cold Snap is an awesome herbal formula available at most any health food store. It'll raise your chi. Also, far infrared sauna. Far infrared sauna. I don't know what far infrared sauna is. Okay, so we don't like infrared saunas. I don't know about the Cold Snap. I don't know what herbs are in there. Let us know what herbs are in there. And if it raises your chi, good, good, good. Ed Yata, so much phlegm in my sinuses and throat every morning. All right, so that's a mucus reaction. You got to clear that out. You got to move your lymph. Like I said, for temporary relief, try that neti pot. Okay. But move that out. Okay, your body's kicking it out now. Don't suppress it. Let it ride out. Don't get the NyQuil and all that stuff. The tussin and all that junk. Just ride it out. But open those kidneys and move the lymph. Okay. Alicia, thoughts on coffee enemas for support? I don't like the coffee enemas. They're too overstimulating to the bowels. I know that Gerson likes them, but they're very, very stimulating. We don't want to stimulate in that particular way with the caffeine. And plus the caffeine overstimulates the adrenal glands. Okay, so we want to do this. We want to do it by removing the mucus out, and we want to bring them up with the herbs, support them with the herbs, but not stimulation, but support. Okay, and just cleaning mucus out really, really helps those glands. Kelly, there are different varieties of Welshes. Look for the original that doesn't have sweetener. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, original Welsh's grape juice, you guys. So that's okay. So they trick you. Interesting. Original. Okay, so read the labels. Yeah, even the original is kind of a trick. And because I noticed in reading it, it has pictures of beautiful Concord grapes on it. It says 100% grape juice Welshes, right? With all the purple and everything. But when you read a little closer, it says 100% grape juice, not Concord grape juice. Concord is the best, okay? but it's not 100% Concord, but the Trader Joe's is. But that's a lot cheaper. So, anyways, it's your call. Those will all work, but don't do the high fructose corn syrup. High carb. I've been experimenting on Masterfast. Great, on and off. Good. My skin itches and have some moles on my skin, and moles on my skin have started itching. It does not change when my diet changes. What do you think itching is? Well, it's fungus. These moles, that's all fungal, okay? You're probably full of candida and fungus. So you got to move lymph, get on some parasitic herbs like Parasite M from Dr. Morse. Wonderful. The Pau de Arco, the black walnut hulls. There's a lot of these, but Parasite M is really good. It's got a combination of a lot of those, and it'll kill that off. Okay, but you have to move lymph. You got to hit this 4 ways again, the 4-way basic detox, and move lymph. Okay, especially in the GI tract. A lot of that fungus likes to hide out in the GI tract. Get the kidneys filtering so it doesn't send all those toxins and acidity to the skin. When the skin backs up lymphatically, it does it, subcutaneously, and then that's where things, these funguses love to fester in dirty areas. It's like anything else. A stagnant pond is going to attract the most scum, right? It's the same thing in the body. So when everything's in motion, when lymph's in motion, it doesn't have a chance to accumulate and it gets flushed out. The body wants to deal with it. It has many, many things to deal with it, but it has to be able to get there. Okay. All right. So get the rivers of lymph flowing again, and use some herbs and kill it. That's one of my favorite videos Dr. Morse does. Everybody's always complaining about candida. They can't kill it. And they always say that they always come after Dr. Morse because he suggests fruit and they think fruit's going to feed the candida. Guys, you can't avoid sugars if your life depended on it, because it does depend on it. You live on sugars. There's no way you're getting rid of them. You can take them in pastas and breads and all that. Those are complex sugars. They're still sugars. All right. The fruit dissolves mucus where this stuff hides. That's why it works. Okay. So you dissolve mucus, especially with the astringency of Masterfast and the astringency of lemons. You dissolve mucus and you hit them with the herbs and they're dead. They're gone. That's what's so beautiful about it. Okay. All right. So kill that fungus. And the moles can also be a sign of a weak pancreas too. Just FYI. Okay. So weak adrenals, weak pancreas, weak adrenals because if you're not metabolizing sugars enough, then you're going to provide more sugars for funguses in that respect. So yeah, you gotta bring up the adrenals to get sugar metabolism. This is really, really important too. You're not going to get stronger adrenals until you clean them out with the fruit. It's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? It's kind of a conundrum. That's the conundrum we have. We live on sugars, guys. Monosaccharides are the best. Okay, we're a carbon-based species. We live on carbon. Sugar's carbon. Okay, can't get around it. But we need to dissolve the glands so we can metabolize and utilize the sugars better. Okay? All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much from Alicia. Thank you. Max, your moles are going to come off of it happened. Yeah. So, a lot of people are posting in those testimonials. Their moles are just dropping off them on Masterfast. They come right off. Same with Dr. Morse herbs. They just pop right off of you. Yeah. When you itch, it's going to start to dry up and fall off. Yeah. So Max is saying that's a sign they're itching now. That's a sign they're getting ready to fall off. Wonderful. Now, I talked about a story in one of my videos just recently. Okay, so in the morning, I just skied on Masterfast, right? And I'm laying there in the morning. So I've been dry fasting all night, right? So I get an itch on my back, right? I'm laying in bed in the hotel, and I get an itch on my back. I reach back to scratch it, and something comes off of my arm, and it's the mole right there in my finger. And that is a perfect example. I didn't even think about that, but right there, boom, mole came right off. All right, so I think that was all that oxygen. I was breathing so hard. we skied a couple really steep runs, and I was really huffing and puffing. Maybe all that oxygen coming in was like Lord Cooler was saying, that ozone, that oxygen coming into me, into the blood and all that stuff, and oxygenating me. Maybe that really kicked up a high detox and kicked that mole right off of me. Really interesting. Okay, so high carb. Oh wow, I thought I heard that. I have a skin fungus too, but I've had it for 20 years and it never itched like this. Yeah, this stuff will stay on you forever, you guys. It's found a nice home. You're not moving lymph. It can't get to it. Lymph can't move around it and through it. So it's found a nice home. And that's why we burn up. That's why we can get away with eating terrible for years and years and years. And all of a sudden, it just gets so bad, so acidic that it starts burning us, starts destroying tissues. And when it really starts destroying cells, the cells start to mutate, and guess what that's called? That's acidosis in the cells, and they have a nice scary name for it. It starts with a C, and it scares the death out of everybody, and they turn their lives over to people that don't even know what they're doing. In my view, they can treat it, but they treat it with acids and radiation. They treat it. Let's just move it out. How about that? How about we just move it out of the body? Just kick it right out. Just get that lymph flowing, get the acids out, and kick it right out. High carb. I find my mind worrying, like it's getting worse from all the sugar. Culture has conditioned me deep. All right, so you're worrying. I guess you're worrying about the sugar. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're just worried about sugar. Don't worry about sugar. Don't worry about fruit sugar. That's the best fuel you can put in your body. It's astringent, and the fruit, especially this masterpass, is so astringent. It's so mucus dissolving. It's unbelievable for that. Watch the inflammation come out of you. Watch I look at my hands and there's just no inflammation in my hands at all. There's no puffiness. I watch the puffiness, and when I was on that 44-day fast, I could see it on my face. The puffiness was gone. I have a little bit in me now. But you just watch it come out of you. It's truly amazing. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Just what you need to do now. You need to dissolve the mucus. You need to stop putting in mucus forming food and get on food and juice that dissolves mucus, and watch what happens. And use the herbs. Use the intelligence of these herbs to really go in and kick up the glands and move lymph and get the kidneys filtering and go after certain, the intelligence of these things is not to be underestimated. They will go after certain areas, you guys. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. Okay. Max, no worries. It's going to fall off. Even skin tags fall off. Yeah, absolutely. It's just people report this over and over and over again, guys. Tumors dissolving, polyps dissolving, lumps and humps just coming right off, coming right out. Once you open the kidney door and know how to move lymph, watch what happens, you guys. It's really, truly amazing. People growing their hair back, gray hair going, back to the original color. Myself, I used to have grayer hair. I'm letting my hair grow out, so I'm seeing it in myself. I mean, I really, truly am. Kelly, many people significantly reduce tumors very fast, sometimes within days, with cannabis, guarana, frankincense, etc., without even fasting. Interesting. I don't know about that. I hear some good things about Rick Simpson and his cannabis oil, though. Definitely. Jolie, and Gino's talking about this GANS, this plasma healing that they're killing cancer cells with this Kesh technology in hours. So lots of things happening, in Donald Trump's speech, he was talking about releasing technology that has been held back from us. So this might be something good. I know there's a lot of Trump haters out there, but this might be something good that he's going to implement. I know that he has got Robert Kennedy Jr. on a vaccine campaign here to really look into the vaccine damages and all that. So, consciousness Higher consciousness is coming to this planet no matter who's president, no matter who's in Congress, no matter who's that. It all doesn't matter, you guys. It's coming to us whether we like it or not. It's unstoppable. It's an unstoppable force. Okay? There's people trying to stop it. It's unstoppable. Okay? We're being upgraded right now. A lot of us can feel it. Guys, chime in if you can feel yourself being upgraded. Are you the same person you were on December 20th, 2012? Let's hear from you guys. I am a completely different person. I can tell you that right now. I think this is real. I think this is real. I think it's happening in real time very, very quickly. I think it's coming in all areas. I think it's coming in our health. I think it's coming spiritually. I think it's coming with energy. What we're going to use for energy, what we're using for food, how we see nutrition, how we see energy. There's more and more breatharians coming to this planet. I'm eating so much less food now, it's unbelievable. Wait till you master fast, you guys. You're going to consume half at least of what you consumed prior to your master fast. Even 44 days for me. I'm not eating that much. It's unbelievable. Yeah, my digestion, my appetite has come back, somewhat. But there was a good month, maybe 40 days, like Gino said. It's about as long as you fast, where you don't need a lot of food. And there, good 40 days, I would say that I didn't need a whole lot of food at all. I was hardly eating anything. So, yeah, lots of upgrades coming. They're coming right now. Okay, so Jolie, thank you, Mark. You are a true godsend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oop. Okay, we lost something here, you guys. I lost the stream. Hopefully we get our stream back here. I'll cut the stream real quick. You guys, let me know. Can you hear me? I'm going to scroll down and see if you guys can hear me. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me. I got a red here for some reason. Can you guys hear me? Everything good, you guys? Let me know. Okay. Can you guys see me? Okay. All right. I got a red here. It's talking about a resolution problem, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna have to find you guys again. I'm gonna have to find the thing. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Good. So Jolie, I might invest in a Colima board. Yeah, I hear they're really good. I hear they're really, really good. You can get 5 gallons in you and out of you in about 45 minutes. I know that Gino really likes those Colima boards. DV. So what's the difference between having just a lump in the body and from having a tumor? Well, a lump can be a polyp. They're really all tumors when you really think about it. Polyps and cysts and boils. These are all really tumors. A tumor it's just the body encapsulating acids or damaged cells. They call cancer cells. That's what they are. It just encapsulates it so it doesn't do any more damage. Okay. There's really no difference. It's all lymphatic, you guys. Tumor, cysts, boils, polyps. It's all the lymphatic system. Okay. One solution: open the kidneys, move lymph, detox. Stop taking in acid chemistry. Stop eating mucus-forming foods, and watch what happens. The miracles happen. Your body's a miracle. You're a miracle. Healing is a miracle. It's here. We just got to remove the obstructions we do. We got to own it. We got to take responsibility for what we've done due to the fact that we were asleep. We were lulled to sleep. Okay? Right from birth. Who's the first people you see when you're born mostly? The doctors in a hospital. You're sat in front of the TV. You listen to all these ads. Ronald McDonald trying to sell you poisonous food. I know it sounds harsh. I'm going to be a little harsh. It's all for the profit of corporations. They don't care about you. These guys know it damages you. They know that crap gets in your blood, and in your lymph and just clogs you right up. They know it. Of course they know it. They have scientists working for them. Of course they know it. There's people feeding off you. There's people leading very good lives off of your suffering, and they don't care. And guess what? This is going to sound really harsh. They shouldn't care. because actually the greatest gift you are given by the Creator is your free will. You can use it to soar, or you can use it to stay in Hellville. It's your choice. Once you take responsibility and understand that, it is such a great gift, you guys, because when you come over to this side, it's unbelievable what you can accomplish, what you can do, the kind of health that you can enjoy. So it is a gift. But, unless you were born to really, really high consciousness parents, which I wasn't, most of us were not. We have to learn this on our own. And thank God we learned it. It took me many, many years, many decades to learn it, but I'm here. I'm not going to go into my old age suffering, And if you guys invoke this, you will not suffer the way people suffer. And you will help the people that are suffering because they'll see you not suffering, And you'll be enjoying the golden years, And you won't. These ads are they're not even hilarious. They got these 70-year-old people, right? They look like ex models, and they're riding around on the tandem bicycle, and they got the gray hair. It's all perfect, and they got the sweater tied around their neck with the pastel colors, and they're talking about how wonderful it is to be on some kind of a anti-diabetes medicine. I mean, my God, diabetes is not fun. It's not something to look forward to, and it is not how you're supposed to live your golden years. Shooting insulin. Sorry. Or taking these diabetic medicines and running the risk of heart disease, blindness, having limbs chopped off you. No, 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 no. That's not what the golden years are for. All right, so enough of that. Sorry. Okay, so Infinity, can you share your healing journey? What ailments have you successfully healed? Okay, so I came to this as a very asleep person. I was eating everything in sight, okay? And I've always been very athletic. I love surfing and skiing, okay? And I've done these things my whole entire life. In my 40s, I started to lock up. I started having a hard time moving, okay? I was very, very stiff. And I wanted to be able to surf and ski at a high level, okay? So it was really concerning me. Because when your body does not move well, when you're in pain, when you don't have a range of motion, forget about turning skis. It's really hard because skiing requires the angulation of the hips and the angulation of the knees. You have to have a fluid, subtle motion in order for those skis to turn properly without exerting a whole ton of energy. So anyways, I got concerned. So I was on a high protein diet, by the way, because it was really making me feel strong. Okay, that's what shut my kidneys down. All that protein hit my kidneys and locked them up. All right, so I came to, I was living on ibuprofen, all right? And in order to do anything athletic, I was eating a lot of ibuprofen. But I came to this in a roundabout way, okay? I have a brother who's he's bipolar, and so I was trying to help him out because I had heard that it was chemicals in the food that can alter brain chemistry. So I found a doctor in the Los Angeles area who was an MD, a psychiatrist, and was into natural healing. And she was really super interesting. Her name is Dr. Nancy Mullen. Dr. Nancy Mullen in Toluca Lake, California. Really a wonderful soul. And I had done a lot of research, and I brought my brother to her. He agreed to go with me and all this, and look at this as an alternative way. And so she said, well, what we're going to do is we're going to pull some blood and look at it and put it up against 300 foods because I'm suggesting a gluten intolerance and a casein with the milk protein intolerance and MSG and aspartame. So, and she said, you're asking so many good questions. Why don't you get your blood taken too? And, we'll just include it in the same office visit here. So I agreed to do it. And make a long story short, I got my test back as I was sitting in front of my computer and eating my breakfast. And everything on my plate was off the charts I was allergic to. In other words, my body was looking at it as something foreign and was having an immune response to it. That included the eggs. That included the cheese in the eggs. That included the milk in my coffee. That included the bread and butter. that I was eating at the time. All right, so I learned what foods were causing a immune response in my body, and I said, okay, let's see what this is about. And I really looked at that and what am I going to eat? I can't eat any wheat. That means all my pastas are gone. That means my donuts are gone. That means my toast is gone. That means my hamburgers are gone, unless I want to just have the patty. The meat wasn't off the charts, so I could have meat at that point. But I was basically down to steamed vegetables and meat, and there was a few things I could have. I think oatmeal was one, and things like that. But I learned some things. Beans were off the charts, and I put two and two together that beans were really making me gassy and really hard to digest. But anyway, so I got gluten free and I got milk free, casein free. For the most part, I'd have my cheats here and there. But when I was really eating well, I was feeling really, really good. All right. So that started me on my journey, and I just kept moving up. I got to higher levels. I found things that made me feel better and better and better, and then I arrived at Dr. Morse. And Dr. Morse, I think I got to Dr. Morse through the Life Regenerative. I got to David Wolf level where I was taking all those superfoods in, and that was really something really interesting. Very expensive, very fun to play with goji berries and shilajit and all these wonderful things, maca powders, and all these protein things and all that. But it wasn't it. It wasn't it. I found Dan the Man Life Regenerator. He made a lot of sense. Started juicing. I noticed that all the juicers were the healthiest looking people, the most energetic people, the most clear people. That really sold me on them. And I go, oh, that's me. I'm a juicer, man. And then, man, I'm going to talk about this one day. I don't know. I don't know if the world's ready for me yet, but I had a spiritual calling to Dr. Morse, and so many things led up to this, so many coincidences, so many things. I had a calling to Dr. Morse. I'll talk about it more later as I evolve more to talking about spiritual things, but it was a strong spiritual calling to Dr. Morse. So I'm going to leave it at that, but it was undeniable, and I was called as a healer, to kind of go with Dr. Morse. So that's it. So I came to that, and now I go to Dr. Morse's training in Florida and get amazing training with Dr. Morse, and then I meet the Master Fast guys there, and they called me to Master Fast. So now here we are. We're with Dr. Morse and Master Fast. We're really turning this thing around, you guys. And it's momentum that's starting to really grow. So we're on the edge of something huge here, huge healing for everybody. And now with this plasma technology and this healing that's coming in this way, and this Kesh and all this kind of stuff, which I'm getting my feet wet in this, but we're really doing something great here, you guys. And just read the testimonials. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so there we go. That's sort of my. You got me off on a little tangent there, but good. I'm glad to talk about it always. Okay, the fruit detoxification health Q&A sessions is your Giovanna tea based on kidneys or whole body? Yeah, it's an all-around detox tea. It's got kidney herbs, it's got lymph herbs, it's got the herbs for the glands there. Okay, and which I think makes it really good for Master Fast because you're going to have the pasteurized counterpoint to all those raw herbs. Okay, I'd like to get your tea if you do one based on kidneys. Well, what you can do is you can do the Giovanna tea and add the kidney filtration boost, which has a lot of kidney herbs in there. You can actually just order the kidney filtration boost and make a tea out of that if you want. The boosts are designed, so you take the Giovanna tea, right, and you do a tablespoon of tea per cup that you're making, right? So let's say you're making 3 cups. Don't ever make 1 cup at a time. It's too much work. You can make 9 cups at a time if you want. So let's say you're making 3 cups at a time. So that's 3 tablespoons of Giovanna tea to 1 tablespoon of a boost. Okay? And you can add as many boosts as you want. So it's kind of a modular system here. All right? So you can make a very powerful tea with, let's say, 8 or 9 boosts. Okay? So there you go. So you can mix and match and use whatever kind of boost you want in there. But you can make a kidney tea from the Javana kidney boost. Okay. Is it powder or small broken up dried herbs like Dr. Morse teas? Okay, it's mostly the herbs, you know, the broken up, the leaves, the you know, the roots, all that kind of stuff. But then there are some like burdock root that is powdered, and because I was having a hard time with the consistency of the burdock root. So there's a few of them in there that are powdered, but most of them are the whole herbs, you know, in a tea form. Okay. Yeah, they're a lot like Dr. Morse's tea. Yeah, absolutely. But his heal all tea is a wonderful lymph mover, lymphatic puller, but the Javana is more all around. Okay, Max. Lord, another sign is getting lighter. Keep going, and they will eventually come off too. Oh, so he's talking to Lord Cooler about the moles get lighter and they'll come off too. Itchy and light are signs that are coming off soon. Great stuff. All right, Max. Yeah, cool. That's great. Max has so much experience, man. You're so valuable to this stuff with this Master Fast. Awesome. Jeannie, Dr. Schultz has a nice kidney bladder tea named the KBT. Good to know. Dr. Schultz's kidney bladder tea KBT. Probably find that anywhere. Very widely distributed products from Dr. Schultz. Infinity, my average, those your blood pressure runs 107/72. So is that considered bad now? Well, it's not bad. You got weak adrenals and you got clogged kidneys. This is most people, you guys. Most people have a low upper number and a high lower number. So if you're going to get to 120/60, what's going to happen? You're going to have to open up those kidneys to get them going down, and you got to perk up those adrenals to get them going up. But guess what? As you open up those kidneys, that top number's coming down too. So if you take 12 off of 107, you're down at 95. So you got very weak adrenals. You're probably feeling really sluggish. So you're going to perk those up. You're going to get more steroids to fight acids, more neurotransmitters to run the body, like the breathing, the bowel movements, the lungs, the heartbeat, all that. All right. So yeah, you got a little work to do. No biggie. You're going to get there. Jeannie, kidney bladder tea, juniper berries. I love the juniper berries. I put them in a lot of formulas. Corn silk, wonderful for kidneys. Uva ursi, I put that into. Love that. Parsley root, love it. Horsetail, love it. Goldenrod, hydrangea. These are all great. Gravel root, marshmallow, orange peel, peppermint. I don't do the orange peel and peppermint. That's for taste, but good. Yeah. Good, good, good. Those are all good. Kelly, OSHA is an herb. Cold snap is Chinese formula. Doesn't treat. It's designed to raise qi, which results in reduced cold and flu symptoms. Supports the symptom. Good. Let's hear what herbs are in there. Yeah, I was really big in the Chinese herbs, dragon herbs, and all that. They do have some wonderful kidney herbs. They're really into the yin and the yang of the kidneys, and wonderful. I love the Chinese herb Romania for kidney replenishment. Blood and kidneys are very tied together in Chinese medicine. All right, so Lord Cooler, my teeth were hurting a lot and even started to become see-through near the tips. I thought for sure I was going to lose my teeth. That was a week ago. Now that my mouth is alkaline, my teeth are healing. Excellent. Yeah, get some test strips, you guys. See if the mouth is acidic too much. Anything below 6.8. And if it is, well, detox is going to clear that. If you need more clearing, get the heal all tea and just have that sit in the mouth for 5-10 minutes and suck all those acids out of there and pull lymph. That'll really help you out there. But get the lymph moving. Good. That's these thin teeth is a sign of also of weak parathyroid. You got to utilize calcium, you guys. And if your parathyroid is all gunked up with mucus and acids, you're not gonna utilize calcium. All right. So make sure that parathyroid is strong. Check your skin. If the skin is all weak looking, if you got spider veins, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, hernias, prolapsed bowels, that's a sign you got to work on that parathyroid. Okay, there's herbs for that. There's glandulars for that. Detox, detox, detox. Always detox. We got to move mucus. Gotta move that lymph. Gotta move stagnation. Susie Snowflake is on. Susie, great to have you. I know you were waiting for this. Good to have you. Hi, Mark. What's your opinion on turpentine? A lot of people are using it for candida. Yeah, boy, this turpentine. I have some people chiming in that I gotta try it. I gotta try it. It's just really, really wonderful. Haven't tried it. Max, I think, has done turpentine. Go on the Master Fast board. There's a lot of turpentine people over there, but I hear it's great. I mean, it's what is it? It's a tree. It's a tree sap, pine tree or something like that. I guess it's considered an herb, but I'm gonna learn more about it. Have not used it though, but a lot of people getting some really, really powerful results from it. I believe Gino's experimenting around with it right now. Dr. Morse even said enamelware is from acid, not from fruit sugar. Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah, he's debunked that whole thing. Acids are what destroys things, you guys. Get the calcium utilization up and the acidosis down, and regenerate those teeth, remineralize them. There are videos on or things on the web on how to remineralize the teeth. Camila, thank you, Mark, Lord Cooler, and Kelly for suggestions. Mark, you are an amazing communicator and helping us heal. Thank you so much for that. That's really nice to hear. Thank you. Lord Cooler, fortunately, my tumor is not cancer, but I'm going to hit this hard. Yeah, hit that hard. Get rid of that. We don't like tumors. And these things, even if they're not cancer, they can become cancer. Okay? They can become, the acids can damage cells. And we can get acids damaged cells, also known as that scary word that starts with a C that everybody is so afraid of. SK, thank you. Do you know how to reduce eye bags and what could help? Okay, so well, yeah, I mean, if they're dark, that's a sign of kidneys. The eye bags, that's gotta be, acidosis, in the head, the inflammation, the puffiness, all that kind of stuff. You got to move lymph in your head. Probably if I looked at your eyes, I would see a dirty transverse colon, therefore transferring a lot of mucus and acids up into the head. I'd probably see, some signs of acidosis in the thyroid and the parathyroid and the lymph nodes there. Yeah, it's probably just a sign of having to move lymph up in the head area, which a lot of us have to do. Okay. I'd have to take a look at your eyes though. You probably could tell me a lot about what's going on, and look at what's your questionnaire and see what's happening in the body and pretty much trace it down to that. Yeah, when you start moving lymph in the head, you're going to clear the brain out. You're going to get rid of that brain fog. You're going to get more energy because there's an energy component in the brain. There's also the balance and equilibrium. There's also the five senses. There's also the cognition and the emotions. So many things when we clear that brain and the head out. We're going to get better looking hair. We're going to get more hair. We're going to get rid of the acidosis in the scalp, the dandruff. We're going to get better hearing, better sight by clearing out the mucus out of the eyes, physically out of the eyes. We're going to reduce inflammation in the face. We're going to look less puffy. So many things are going to happen, you guys. Just wonderful. We're going to taste better. Have better taste. Probably taste better too. We're going to have better taste, better smell. Just so many things, you guys. My mole would bleed sometimes on my hybrid master fast. Interesting, Kelly. Wow. Don't like bleeding moles, but get rid of that thing. Yeah. Probably a sign that it's leaving, huh? Don't you think, Max? SK, what good deworming tincture for 7-year-old kids? Anything that you can suggest from Dr. Morse? Yeah, he's always got the parasite M, and the parasite G is more for the worms. Okay. Look at those tincture dosages for kids based on weight, though, you guys, and start slow. Okay. But little kids are just humans. He has weight-based suggestions on those tinctures. Okay, parasite G. But move the lymph, and lots of people moving parasites out with all this master fasting. But boy, I hear about these parasites in the toilet bowl. Just unbelievable. Okay, so Alicia, we've got. Thank you. By the way, love your sketch videos. Oh, thank you very much. Informative and chock full of info. Please mention specific fungus-killing herbs. Wow. Okay, so the fungus-killing herbs. I'm going to go back to my list here because I got a lot of those. Okay, so anti-parasitic herbs, you guys. Pau de Arco. Pau de Arco from South America. Wonderful. It's a bark from a tree. Really inexpensive, too. Cat's claw, also known as una de gato, also South American treasure of an herb in so many ways. Black walnut hulls, antifungal, anti-candida, black walnut hulls. Garlic, thyme, the herb thyme, cloves, kill the eggs. They kill the eggs of the parasites. Oil of oregano. Wormwood is really good for intestinal worms. Okay, so those are all wonderful. They are all wonderful. And let me see if I can kick up another couple here. Um, let's see here. Uh, anything that moves lymph, you guys, is these parasites don't like that. You're stirring up their happy little home. You're coming in and you're flushing out their cesspools. They really don't like that. So anytime you move lymph, you are killing parasites. But those are the big ones, okay? So hope that helps you. Okay, Susie's. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so also the difference between your kidney boost tea and Bell's kidney tea. Um, don't know. I put a lot of really great herbs in that kidney boost tea. A lot of herbs for dissolving mucus, for removing inflammation out of kidneys, and for stone busting, for busting up stones, busting up solid minerals in the kidneys. So yeah, I've never drank in the boost on my own. I've drank in it with the Javana tea. Let us know if you do the boost alone, what happens. It might be pretty harsh for people, so be careful. Start slow with that and work up. Um, it doesn't really have a lot of buffering herbs in there. I think there is a little bit of marshmallow root in there, if I'm not mistaken. But be careful if you're going to go solo with that, okay? But it's very, very powerful. It's a powerful, mineral and stone buster, okay? It is powerful stuff, okay? All right. So, but compare the herbs, between the bells and that. All the herbs are listed at Chavana on every product, you guys, so you can know what you're putting in your body. Okay. Raw for beginners. Hi, Mark. How many hours is the wet window? 5 hours. Some people do 5 hours, 4 hours. They can get it down real small, 3 hours. You know, 12 hours to start and just keep reducing that wet window. How much of the grape juice and lemon juice do you drink approximately per day? Like I said in the beginning, I was doing a gallon a day because I was so damn hungry, and I got it down to a quart a day or less. Do you do enemas every day on master fast? Thank you. Yeah, every day you're feeding. Obviously on the dry fasting part, do not do enemas. That would not make it a dry fast. But yeah, every day, once, twice, 3 times a day, as much as you want. They're very, very helpful, you guys. They help flush this stuff out. You feel really good. When you start really dumping toxicity out of the body, man, you feel good. Infinity, no, I went through a massive transformation. Okay, so that's yeah, we're going through massive transformation, you guys, absolutely. Lord Cooler, not even close to the same as 2012. Yeah, me too. We're talking about an upgrade that's happened since 2012. Just consciousness upgrade coming in so many ways. Same thing happened on the 60 to 70 day with the 60s and the 70s with the hippie movement. Yeah, that was a time when massive upgrade in consciousness came too as well. I've been comparing this time to that too. I've been telling my daughter and her friends that you're living through a very special time right now. I mean, the world's being turned upside down politically. We can see that. I mean, the Brexit, the British people leaving the European Union, they're doing the same thing, voting them out in France. A lot of countries are going through this right now politically. Health wise, we've been delivered the great Dr. Morse and now the great Master Fast system and Geno's technologies and wonderful. We're really upgrading. We're the plant kingdom is upgrading us in there's a lot of ayahuasca circles now. The plant kingdom is opening us up consciously in that regard. If you haven't heard of ayahuasca, look into ayahuasca. It's been around thousands of years, and it's upgrading man's consciousness by sipping another herbal tea, an herbal tea that actually expands consciousness. Oh my gosh. So lots of things are happening. The plants are, this healing is coming through the plants. This consciousness is coming through the plants, you guys. It's really amazing. The plants are way more intelligent than we give them credit for. Trust me on that one. Crystal Hippie, I'm truly on a higher plane since 2012, receiving upgrades regularly. I feel the same way, Crystal Hippie. Exactly the same way. Upgrades all the time, almost on a weekly basis. It's pretty crazy. I love it. I love it. I love this time. I don't want it to end because I remember I was living in Aspen, Colorado. I was a ski bum, working in a restaurant and skiing all day, working all night, and partying till the bars closed. And I remember I remember all that great music and all kinds of great stuff happening. But actually, you know what? It was actually ending, and disco was coming in, and I watched everything go from high consciousness to disco. So look out. We did a complete flip around in the early 80s. All right. So anyways, hope it doesn't end like that, please. Um, yeah, if you see, I guess if you see spandex coming back, we're in trouble. So that'll be our sign. I think this one's going to stick a lot longer, though. I really do, you guys. Okay, so Crystal's on a higher plane. Lord Cooler, the new moon on the 27th is going to be interesting energy. Has been crazy. So new moon on the 27th. Okay, all right, that's coming up in a couple days. Lord Cooler, I hear you. Okay, we can hear you. Okay, oh, that's about. Okay, yeah, that's about the sound issue. Okay, we can see you as well. All right, so yeah, I'm all green now, so this is good. Can see in here. Okay, yes. Okay, so Carolyn is on. First time, Carolyn, it sounds like. Getting ready for Master Fast, started doing 12-hour dry fast. Excellent. Excellent. Get ready. Move yourself up to high fruit, then to juice. Get on some basic herbs and move yourself up. At least maybe do a Javana tea incorporated with your fruit would be a good idea. All right, Jeannie, what an evolution you have made, Mark. God bless you. We love to hear about the Dr. Morse connection. Oh yeah. I'll talk about that more as we go on. As I get more I don't know, more bold. But I can just tell you, yeah, lots of blessings have really come to me. It's humbling. It really truly is humbling what I've been called to do. And I just hope I do a good job, as good a job as I can, and just lead like so many people are starting to do. There's a lot of leaders right now that are leading people to healing, and the simplicity of it is just really wonderful. So and you guys, I mean, being called to this is not for everybody. The people that are hearing this message are very special people. You guys are all very, very special people because you're hearing the message and you're willing to experiment with it, and you're willing to do it, and willing to learn, and willing to let this into your consciousness. This is really, really amazing. Okay, that you've broken out of the matrix. Okay. Carolyn says, Gino said no water, coconut juice, lemon, kidneys started to filter. Okay, wonderful. No water. Yeah. Gino's really calling out water. Doesn't like water. Everybody's drinking all this water. The kidneys never have a rest. This dry fasting was getting them filtering. All right. Good. What brand of activated charcoal do you recommend? I got mine off Star West Botanicals. I just ordered a big bag of it because this is going to last forever. Star West Botanicals has it. Just get a nice, you can read the labels at the health food store. You don't need to, I got a pound of it. It's going to last forever. You don't need that much. Just look in the health food store or on Amazon for a good one, something that sounds like it's a conscious company. Susanna 2014, hi Mark, hope all is well. I'm 3 weeks now on grapes and no kidney filtration. Did a castor oil pack last night. Does it really help trigger? It can, yeah. Incorporate some dry fasting, okay? Susanna, look into dry fasting. Anybody can do a 12-hour. Just stop eating or drinking right now. Pick up 12 hours later. That's going to help. Do a few of those. And then try to do a 24 and incorporate that. Do some kidney herbs, okay? Get Dr. Morse's kidney and bladder tincture #1. Try that. Maybe get a little lymphatic tincture and just start working with that. Dry fasting, herbs, castor oil packs, you're going to be filtering. Okay, get on high fruit, get on the juice, look into master fasting. You'll be filtering. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. You have my guarantee. If you're not filtering, get a hold of me and I'll help you for free. That's how confident I am. DV Jacobs, what's the difference between food grade activated charcoal and the other one? Sounds like food grade would be pretty good since we're putting it in our body. Yeah. Jeannie, my dad used to recommend turpentine for things, but I thought he was a wacko at that time. And now here it comes again. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Now lots of people are reporting good things. I know it sounds really wacky. It sounds like something that's in my paint cupboard. So go figure. Things. What I meant was illnesses and conditions. I don't know. We lost the track on that one. Alicia, please mention the Facebook group you have referred to. Is it a private group? Yes, it's a private group. It's called Master Fast System. Master Fast System on Facebook. Tell them that you know us and you're in. Gina will just let you in. Okay? It's not hard to get into. All right? And it's wonderful. Wonderful, you guys. Read the testimonials. Read everything about Master Fast. A lot of education there. Lord Cooler, I have a lot of lower abdominal swelling. Should go away with the Master Fast. Absolutely. Absolutely. All swelling should go away. Great help. Thank you, Alicia. You bet. Crystal Hippie, can we take the herb capsules during the Master Fast? Gino does not like the capsules because the whole herbs will trigger digestion. The whole key is to do the tinctures and the juices, not to trigger digestion. Okay? That's the key. Crystal Hippie also thought Gino said he takes tinctures during the dry fast. Am I remembering correct? He may do a little tiny amount of tinctures during a dry fast, but generally not recommended. Okay? All right. So, Lord Cooler, I had is just the zodiac. It takes a zodiac for mankind to change for the better. Makes me controlled and I do not like it. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, so that's it, you guys. We're coming up on 2 hours. Thank you so much. I will keep you posted on the Master Fast happening on the spring equinox. Thank you so much for you all being here. Thank you so much for coming to this and for sharing everything. I really appreciate it. We'll see you all next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.